DigiDestined. Welcome back to Movies on the Brain. Today we're diving into the digital world with a spoiler-filled review of Digimon Adventure 02: The Beginning, directed by Tomohisa Taguchi. This latest installment brings back all the nostalgia and excitement we've come to love from the Digimon series. We've got voice actors like Brian Donovan, Bryce Papenbrook, and Jenny Torado bringing our favorite characters to life once again. So get ready to explore the digital frontier and uncover all the twists and turns in this thrilling new adventure. Remember, this is a spoiler review, so if you haven't watched the movie yet, consider this your Digi warning. Let's get into it. Now, unfortunately, I'm unable to find domestic numbers, but Digimon Adventure 02: The Beginning opened in Japan on October 27th, 2023 with an unknown budget. It was only in Japan theaters for 2 weeks and earned $792,508 of it. $1.5 million it had earned worldwide. Its opening weekend in Japan saw it earn $469,093 and finished number 5 in the Japanese box office. Behind Hypnotic, the creator, One Piece Film Red, and Don't Call It a Mystery, the movie, numbers 4 through 1 respectively, with Hypnotic also opening that same weekend. Its final weekend in the Japanese box office saw it earn $176,367, finishing its box office run at number 10. Now let's check out the plot. In 2012, a giant Digi-Egg appears over Tokyo, transmitting a mysterious message that wishes for everyone on Earth to have a Digimon friend. The Digimon Adventure 02 DigiDestined encounter Louis Owada, who claims to have been the first chosen child and attempts to reach the Digi-Egg. While assisting Louis, Davis and Ken and their Digimon accidentally fall through the Digi-Egg and are transported back to 1996. They witness a younger Louis who's abused by his mother discovering a Digi-Egg. Older Louis tries to stop him, but they are then returned to the present. Louis shares his life story with the DigiDestined. The Digi-Egg he encountered in the past hatched into Ukomon, a Digimon that could grant wishes, who gave him the very first Digivice. Over the years, Ukomon manipulated Louis' parents and neighbors into treating him kindly. However, Louis eventually learned that his wish had led to the increase in number of other Digidestined who are risking their lives in battles alongside their Digimon partners, much to his horror. Louis confronted Ukomon, but the Digimon innocently declared that everything had been done for Louis' happiness. Louis accidentally injured his right eye in anger, and Ukomon gave him his own eye as a replacement. The mentally unstable Louis insulted Ukomon viciously, causing the Digimon to melt away and disappear. In the present day, the Digi-Egg hatches into a giant Ukomon who reappears to give Louis a birthday present, which will force a Digimon onto every human on Earth, throwing society into chaos. The Digidestined plan to stop Ukomon but become hesitant after TK becomes concerned that defeating him may nullify the relationships they have with their own Digimon. Davis and Vmon convince them that their relationships develop naturally and were not forced. Louis decides to meet Ukomon, and with the help of the Digidestined, reaches the giant Digimon. Louis resolves the issues with his mother and younger self, confronts Ukomon about their true feelings, and promises to reunite in the future before Louis asks the Digidestined to destroy Ukomon. After a short battle, Imperial Dramon Fighter Mode destroys the giant Ukomon, resulting in Ukomon's reduction to a small Digi-Egg held by Louis, who loses the eye that Ukomon gave him. Digivices around the world start to disappear, showing that the Digidestined and their Digimon no longer need a medium to connect with each other. In the post-credit scene, Louis' Digi-Egg starts to hatch. Now let's look at the cast and some of the other roles they've had. Brian Donovan as Davis Motomiya. Other roles for Brian Donovan include Rock Lee in the Naruto franchise, Ollie Sharkster in the TV Adam, Alpha Teens on Machines, and Brian in Famish. Johnny Young Bosch as TK. Other roles for Johnny Young Bosch include Ichigo Kurosaki in the Bleach franchise, Kung Jin in the Mortal Kombat 1 video game, and Sabo in the One Piece franchise. Tara Jane Sands as Kari Kamiya. Other roles for Tara Jane Sands include Miss Jones in the TV show Ghost Force, Rose Ross in Barbie Princess Adventure, and Mokuba Kaiba in the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise. Bryce Papenbrook as Cody Hida. Other roles for Bryce Papenbrook include Eren Yeager in the Attack on Titan franchise, Law in the Tales of Arise video game, and Max Hill in the TV show Jake and Blake. Jeannie Tirado as Yuli Inoue. Other roles for Jeannie Tirado include Principal Arroyo in Soul, Ana Flores in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game, and Nina in 2022 Saints Row video game. Derek Stephen Price as Ken Ichijoji, Vmon, and X-Vmon. Other roles for Derek Stephen Price include Yuru Ishida, the Bleach franchise, Vexen in the Kingdom Hearts video game franchise, and Elgar in the TV show Power Rangers in Space. Laura Summer as Patamon. Other roles for Laura Summer include Mimi in the Hello Kitty franchise, Princess Hightower in the TV show Flint the Time Detective, and Mom in the TV movie Life is Rough. Kate Higgins as Gatomon. Other roles for Kate Higgins include Aurora in Ralph Breaks the Internet, Sakura Haruno in the Naruto franchise, and Pauline in the Mario franchise. Neil Kaplan as Hawkmon. Other roles for Neil Kaplan include Madara Uchiha in the Naruto franchise, Zarkon in the Voltron franchise, and Kraven in 2007's Spider-Man 3 video game. Christopher Swindle as Wormmon. Other roles for Christopher Swindle include Ben Armistead in the Starfield video game, James P. Sullivan in the Kingdom Hearts 3 video game, and Lee in the TV show Kung Fu Panda: The Paws of Destiny. Giselle Fernandez as Ukomon. Other roles for Giselle Fernandez include Ellen Joe in the Zenless Zone Zero video game, Aloy in the Genshin Impact video game, and Esme in the See You in Your Nightmares podcast. AJ Beckles as Louis Owada. Other roles for AJ Beckles include Jackson Cross in the TV show Beyblade X, Pop in the TV show Pokemon, and Chris Honor in the Detective Pikachu Returns video game. Aaron Yvette as Young Louis. Other roles for Aaron Yvette include Snow White in the Wolf Among Us video game, Alice in the Street Fighter 6 video game, and Lynx in the Fortnite video game. Robbie Damon as Armadillomon and Aquilamon. Other roles for Robbie Damon include Chai in the Hi-Fi Rush video game, Dorian Storm in the TV show Critical Role, and River Ward in the Cyberpunk 2077 video game. Man, the whole thing with Louis was such a hard watch, seeing how his mom treated him and all the bruises. Ukomon, while they are cute, is extremely manipulative, and you can tell that during Louis' 8th birthday that his parents and friends are under Ukomon's control. I didn't care for the changes to Singmon's and Armadillomon's voice actors. To me, they just don't fit like their original voice actors did. I do love that we get an origin to the whole bond between Digimon and children, even if it's hard to comprehend after knowing what I do about Digimon. What Ugumon does to Louis' parents is straight out of a horror movie. What happens afterward when Louis loses his eye, and Ugumon melts after being yelled at by Louis was such a wild thing to see. And honestly, the score behind that whole scene makes it so much harder to watch. Score when Ukomon's egg starts to hatch is awesome, giving a sense of both fear and curiosity. PK had a good point, but like Cody said, the 7 billion matter more than the 60,000 plus DigiDestined. Louis having a change of heart because of the conversation with Davis and Ken was beautifully written. The core 6 Digimon all having a Digivolution scene at the same time was awesome to see. All three DNA digivolutions happening in the same movie was such a throwback. Louis having a moment with his mom was such a somber but beautiful moment. Ukomon and Louis having their moment when Louis told them they didn't want anything and finally realizing that they need to learn about each other was gorgeous. The all-out assault was beautifully animated and ultimately made sense as to why it had to happen. The disappearing of the Digivices was something I didn't expect when I first saw this movie, but it's actually such a poignant scene. I really liked the pairing of Yobi and Ken, and the whole snowball fight was a really fun way to end the movie, I thought. Now, I couldn't find many fun facts, but let's see what I could find. After being replaced by Griffin Burns in the English dub of Digimon Adventure Last Evolution Kizuna, Davis is once again voiced by Brian Donovan. Likewise, Neil Kaplan takes back over the role of Hawkmon and Aquilamon from Christopher Swindle. Not to mention that since Kaplan last voiced the character, Jeff Nimoy also took over for Revenge of Diaboromon. Marie-Louise Schramm, who was replaced for Half Pry in Last Evolution Kizuna, returned as the German voice of Kari in this film. In the English dub, male Louis' younger self is voiced by female Erin Yvette, while Ukomon, who is referred to with male pronouns, is voiced by Giselle Fernandez, who is non-binary. Wormmon is voiced in English by Christopher Swindle instead of Paul St. Peter, who shared that he was invited back but declined the offer as the dub was recorded as a non-union job. While Gatomon is reprised by Kate Higgins, her Andromon form, instead of being voiced by Higgins as well, like in Digimon Adventure Try and Last Evolution Kizuna, is voiced by Erin Yvette, who voiced the Digimon Adventure 2020 version of Gatomon. Due to the death of Frank Otto Schenk, Hawkmon's original German voice was first replaced by Thomas Kastner. In Last Evolution Kizuna, Bernd Volbrecht took over as Hawkmon in the beginning, and his voice is much more similar to Schneck's. In the European Spanish dub, Veemon's and Ken's original voice actors, Jorge Texeira and Pilar Dominguez, were retired by the time the movie came out, so they were replaced by Jorge Saldinos and Carlos Bautista. Wormmon's and Hawkmon's original voices, Francisco Andres Valdivand Valdiva and Jose Ramirez Asperi are still active but failed to return due to schedule problems and were replaced by Santi Goas and Antonio Dominguez. Neil Kaplan voices the Hawkmon half of Sylphimon for the first time since the finale of Digimon Adventure 02. Derek Stephen Price once again voices the Veemon half of Kyildramon and Imperial Dramon after having last voiced the roles in Revenge of Diaboromon. And originally it was planned for the beginning to be a mini-series of 4 20-minute episodes before it was all adjusted into a movie. And that's a wrap on our spoiler-filled review of Digimon Adventure 02, The Beginning. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the digital world and all the epic moments this movie has to offer. If you loved reliving the adventure of our favorite DigiDestined, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Movies on the Brain for more exciting movie reviews. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the movie and your favorite Digimon moment. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay connected and keep exploring the digital frontier.